Breaking news. In today's video, we have Václav Cerny in a major controversy with Rangers fans. We'll also talk about Lawrence Shankland's pre-contract with Rangers, as well as investments from Saudi Arabia, a player out for 4 months due to injury, and Nils Koppen discussing future signings. All the latest Rangers info is right here. Don't forget to give this video a like, and at the end, I have a controversial question for you. Let's get started. Václav Cerny appears to be struggling to settle in Scotland, with Stephen McGinn suggesting that the Rangers winger has been really bothered by the criticism he's received from fans. Cerny, who is on loan from Wolfsburg, found himself on the receiving end of harsh feedback following his performance during Rangers' win over Hibernian, which led him to delete his social media accounts after he reacted towards the supporters. Despite rediscovering his scoring form in the recent 2-0 win over St. Johnstone, Go Radio pundit McGinn believes the Czech international may still be feeling the weight of fan expectations. Speaking on the Go Radio football show, McGinn said, "You listen to Cerny and he looks really bothered by the criticism he's taking. It's not often you see a player at Celtic or Rangers be that open. He's come in for a lot of money, and when things aren't going well, it adds pressure. Sometimes you forget that he might be struggling to settle in the country. Football is meant to be the release, but maybe it's not for him at the moment. This kind of pressure is nothing new at Ibrox. Many players have found it challenging to adapt to the demands of playing for Rangers. Cerny, in particular, has shown flashes of his talent. His 2 goals against St. Johnstone demonstrate his ability to be a real asset to the team. However, consistency has been the key issue for him so far. Rangers fans are undoubtedly frustrated by the inconsistency, as his quality is undeniable. Yet, as McGinn pointed out, the pressure on a player at a club like Rangers is relentless. His recent performances, though, suggest he may be turning a corner and settling into life in Glasgow. The best way for Cerny to silence his critics is through his displays on the pitch, and his brace last time out at Ibrox could well be the beginning of a more confident and consistent run in the team. The key now is to build on that momentum and show the fans what he's truly capable of. Rangers have once again been linked with a move for Lawrence Shankland, as contract talks between the Hearts captain and his club have hit a standstill. With Shankland's prolific form, scoring 60 goals in 105 games since joining Hearts, he's long been an obvious target for Rangers. His status as a homegrown player and boyhood visitor to Ibrox only adds to his appeal. Shankland's international experience and consistent goal-scoring ability over the last 2 seasons would have previously justified the hefty transfer fee Hearts demanded. However, with his contract nearing its end, this could be the perfect opportunity for Rangers to secure his signature at a more reasonable price. According to Barry Anderson of the Edinburgh Evening News, no further talks regarding a new contract for the 29-year-old are currently underway. Hearts have indicated they'd be willing to resume discussions if encouraged, but Shankland himself has left the door open for a move, as he hinted at the end of last season. Shankland said, "I'm coming to a point in my contract with Hearts, going into my last year where conversations will be had. There is no point in denying that. We will need to see what comes of those conversations. I have still got ambitions to get to a level. In football, you always find your level. Then you get to a level and say, right, I wasn't good enough there. I don't feel like I have got to that level that I am not good enough. It would be nice to kick on, see how far I can go in the game, try and play at a higher level than this." Given Shankland's uncertain future at Hearts and his ambitions to play at a higher level, Rangers must see this as an opportunity they cannot afford to miss. On a potential free transfer come January, signing Shankland would be a safe and sensible move. His addition would provide Rangers with valuable rotation options, particularly with Hamza Igamani developing on the wing. Furthermore, it would give the club more flexibility to sell Cyril Desires, whose recent form has left fans frustrated. With Danilo back in training and showing promise, Rangers may not need to rely so heavily on Desires. Bringing in Shankland, who has consistently proven his ability to find the net, on a pre-contract agreement would be a smart piece of business for the club. Rangers simply cannot afford to let this opportunity slip by. Shankland is exactly the type of player who could provide the quality and depth needed to challenge for honors. It seems that a full takeover of Rangers is not currently on the cards, despite recent rumors linking the club with potential interest from the Far East. According to Chris Jack, it's more likely that Rangers will receive external minority investment rather than seeing someone buying the club outright. Speaking on the Rangers Review YouTube channel, Jack said that there's been no indication of an imminent takeover, and any outside finance would probably come in a similar manner to existing shareholders with no major changes expected at this stage. This update follows earlier speculation that a full takeover might be necessary to consolidate the fragmented ownership structure at Rangers, something mentioned by former chairman Dave King, who has been vocal about the potential for US and Saudi investment to revitalize the club. King has emphasized that Rangers need external financial support to bridge the gap with Celtic, as the club's current setup may struggle to compete with their rivals' growing financial clout. King, the club's largest shareholder, has been positioning himself as a potential candidate to attract this investment, especially since John Bennett's departure on medical grounds. However, while some supporters back King's vision, it's unclear whether he has the support of the current executives at Ibrox. A full buyout would require serious negotiations with key shareholders, including King and Bennett, but no such discussions seem to be happening at this point. For now, it appears Rangers might need to rely on a gradual injection of funds, rather than the sweeping financial overhaul some fans had hoped for. Whether this slower approach will be enough to close the gap on Celtic, who continue to strengthen their financial position each season, remains a significant question for the future of the club. Oscar Cortez could be facing up to 4 months on the sidelines for Rangers, according to Derek Ferguson. Discussing the current injury crisis during a segment on Open Goal, 10th of October, the former Rangers midfielder highlighted the growing challenges manager Philippe Clement is facing. This news comes as Ianis Hagi has also been handed a 2-match ban following his red card against St. Johnstone on 6th October. Ferguson acknowledged that Hagi's sending off was fair upon VAR review, but with injuries piling up, Clement won't have the luxury of leaving Hagi out for too long. The Romanian's return to action could be vital, especially with winger Rabbi Matondo also sidelined, and now the revelation that Cortez's injury is even more serious than initially feared. After the 2-0 win over St. Johnstone, Clement admitted that Cortez would be out for the long term, but didn't provide specifics. Now it appears the Colombian winger, who has already been hit by injury setbacks, could be out for as long as 4 months. Cortez, only 20, has been plagued with injuries since arriving at Ibrox, managing just 10 appearances in total. His latest setback adds to a growing list of issues for Clement, with Matondo also out for up to 3 months. The recurring injuries to key wide players have left Rangers lacking in options, and despite his red card, Hagi's presence may now become essential in the coming months. To add to the complexity, Rangers are obligated to buy Cortez from Lens after agreeing to a deal believed to be worth around £4 million during the summer. Despite Cortez's injury-hit time at Ibrox, the club committed to the obligation, a decision which now seems to be backfiring as the young winger continues to struggle with fitness. Rangers' injury woes are mounting, and with Matondo out and Cortez facing a lengthy recovery, the squad's depth, particularly in wide areas, is looking increasingly thin. The upcoming months will be a real test for Clement, who will need to find solutions quickly if Rangers are to avoid falling further behind in their pursuit of silverware this season. Rangers' plans for the January transfer window are already taking shape, with recruitment chief Niels Koppen dropping hints about future moves and potential signings aimed at bolstering Philippe Clement's squad. Koppen, who joined Rangers from PSV Eindhoven, has been working closely with the manager and the club's football board to strategize for the upcoming window, prioritizing positions where the squad may be lacking in depth or quality. Reflecting on the work already underway, Koppen confirmed that discussions are in progress to identify which areas need strengthening, with Rangers likely to target more value for money signings, much like they did in the summer when the likes of Robin Proper, Václav Cerny, and Hamza Igamani were brought in. We had a meeting with the manager and the football board to determine the strategy for the upcoming transfer windows, Koppen revealed. We've identified positions where we're a bit weak or understaffed and where more quality is needed. Now it's about discussing budgets and preparing ourselves for the market. One area in clear need of attention is center forward. Injuries to key players like Danilo have left Rangers overly reliant on Cyril Desires, who has struggled with form at times this season. Clement has also noted that Hamza Igamani is still adapting, meaning the search for attacking reinforcements will be high on the January agenda. Right back is another position Rangers may look to strengthen, with captain James Tavernier approaching his 33rd birthday. While the versatile Dujon Sterling and Horacio Casanwirjo can deputize when needed, Clement is keen to ease the pressure on Tavernier as the club pushes through a busy season. Koeppen also hinted that there could be departures in January, with Rangers needing to be ready to replace any players who leave. This balanced approach to both incoming and outgoing transfers highlights the club's intent to keep building a squad capable of competing at the highest level. With budgets now being discussed, Rangers are setting the groundwork for what could be a crucial window in shaping the remainder of their season. Now I want to hear from you, my friend. Should we sign Shankland or not? What's your opinion on him? And Haji, what do you think about that? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't seen the big news from yesterday, I'll leave it here on the screen. Go check it out, it's a great video.